Love talking about beer. We're going to be doing a lot of that here leading up to the Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest in a couple weeks. Going to be going down July 21st. South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center.
We can talk about beer, but can we also talk about beard? Look at this guy's beard.
I know.
My goodness.
Yeah, impressive stuff. It's actually a really good story. Dave in here.
Yep.
Wynwood Brewing Company. You say you started the day Wynwood Brewing opened up with the beard.
Correct. 5 years ago. It'll be 5 years in August.
So right at the very tip of that beard, that's 5 years.
Okay.
That's what you're looking at.
Do you trim it, or is that just all 5 years, baby?
You gotta, maintain.
Do you put beard cream? Because I'm just coming off a beard run, and I bought this great beard cream from Walmart, and it changed my life.
It's important to shampoo, condition, but whatever you do, don't use whatever James Harden uses because you're not going to win anything with that. Sorry, there's any Houston guys.
Now you guys have done a fantastic job with Wynwood Brewing. You're all over the place. One of the better known breweries in South Florida. You guys have also had that jackpot happen where another brewer comes in and you guys have kind of like partnered up, and now you can get Wynwood Brewing, get the beer all over the place. You've probably seen it. The taps that they do at Wynwood Brewing is really cool. It's like spray paint.
Yep.
Cans.
That's neat.
Because like the Wynwood walls, and it's the art and all that kind of stuff. And if you want to really put some character behind, what you're doing, to me, that's what I love about. I think a great brewery does that, man. They've got some essence, they've got character, and that's what's awesome about that. And it should be from your tap handles all the way through to your beer. So, Dave, we got some brew here. We're already pouring it up, and I got to tell you, I think crowlers are amazing. If you don't know what a crowler is a big ass can. How many ounces are in that?
32.
Okay. I love and I hate crowlers, and let me tell you why. Because crowlers that's my problem. They set my days south. Yesterday, again, I get a crowler, and a crowler, the concept is the beer is great and you want to take some home with you.
Sure.
So you get it in this big ass can, you take that home, and a responsible adult puts it in the refrigerator, and later they, take it and tap it. What do? I get out in the car, I'm like,
You drink the whole thing.
yeah.
Don't beat yourself up.
Look, if you're looking at me to be mad at you, you're talking to the wrong
I'm
girl.
actually saying,
I love
I'm
them and hate
proud of
them,
you.
but I think probably the last 4 times I've been hammered, it was a crowler that was in the middle of my day, and that's what happened. And then you knock down the 32 ounces of beer, and you're going, fuck it, we're going somewhere else.
That's what you would drink at a ball game.
Count yourself blessed.
Yeah, and honestly, I do love them. They are absolutely amazing.
If you're watching a baseball game,
Yeah.
you're definitely drinking a crowler's worth of beer at least.
Yeah.
If not, go put on a dress.
Yeah.
But that's not
Yeah.
the first.
Change your name to Nancy.
What happens is my crowler days, you're really at what probably should be the end of a responsible adult's drinking day. And then you get a crowler to go home. But the crowler doesn't go home. The crowler goes right outside, or you drink it right there in the brewery. And then you're like, we're going somewhere else. And then that was
again. I
the
think
spirit of party.
You're gonna only get applause from me in Virginia.
okay. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you gotta consider the room.
Kevin,
Yeah.
Kevin, put him on the
You know
glass.
what? It's what you put in it, though, because if you have a big, strong beer in there, then, your day's going sideways. But this is just 2 pints when you look at it.
Yeah.
2 16-ounce pours. But
yeah. Quit being a little bitch.
you gotta plan for it.
Okay. La Rubia.
Yeah, that's the blonde ale you guys just tried, and
Okay.
that's a beer that's available at many retailers, draft and cans and bottles.
Is
and
that's your big signature, would you say, by far?
it's the flagship.
Yeah.
Yep. Spanish for the blonde, in case those people don't speak Spanish here. That's cool.
Yeah.
But it's
Got to in Wynwood.
But it's a great beer because it's just simple, it's light, it's nothing crazy. You don't have to think about it. Some craft beers are like double bourbon barrel, imperial, aged cherry chocolate. Da, 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 da.
Yeah.
Like we do have fun with those beers too, but this is just an everyday beer, especially when it's 100 degrees out. So.
Yeah. What is the alcohol percentage?
5.
Oh, okay.
Solid fiver.
Yeah. Okay. So you can
Throw them back.
Yeah, you can get a couple crowlers of this and not be.
There you go. Yeah. Now I do have one in a crowler that's 9, so that could send you south quick.
Okay. Yeah.
Get a couple crowlers, just chug them.
Actually, fun fact, and you've heard it here first. My boss lost a bet, And at the little company barbecue, you had to shotgun a crowler. It wasn't a pretty sight.
Ooh.
It was brutal. I feel for him.
Oh, that's tough.
It is.
Could you shotgun a crowd? I know I could. I'm
awful at shotgunning. There are some people that's absolutely amazing. It's like a skill. It just flies right down. I have to. I had that thing where it's like I gotta.
I think I could do it.
I got one for you.
You should do it at the beer fest.
I'll do it at the beer fest. Yeah, let me.
Yeah, on stage. Let's make a spectacle out of you.
Here's a word of caution, though. Foam. Because that's all that was coming out of his mouth after he was halfway through.
Like a rabid dog.
You're going to have to tilt it. Like how you taught me how to pour the beer.
Yeah.
Tilt it.
I'll be here.
You'll be my holder.
I'll be your assistant any day.
I like it.
Yeah.
I'm the assistant to bad decisions.
That's great.
I love it.
There's no way if you chug a crowler, there's no way you don't have a really big buzz right off the bat.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, even a 5%er would get you started.
Don't you think?
You go from 0 to 100, man. You'll be all right.
Yeah, you're gonna be.
And you get the respect of the people in the room.
You'll be texting people you shouldn't be texting.
Yeah, they're girls.
Well, yeah.
From your past.
Absolutely. That's why it's so wrong of me to chug crowlers.
I mentioned a crowler's worth of beer. Your beer would just sop that right up.
That's one of its many uses. It's absorbing food and drink for later. So I'm covered there. Yeah.
How much do you love your beard?
You know what I love? I love waking up in the morning and not having to shave because I'd always mess it up or try and line stuff up. You just wake up, you just give it a little one through and just walk out the door.
Gosh, it's fantastic.
It's not bad.
I'm in such awe. I wish I could do it.
But you know what? And I have long hair too. It takes a lot of money in products to look this homeless. It's impressive. It really is.
I know what you mean.
I mean, the shampoo, conditioner, oil, balm, and I'm like, man, if my wife wasn't a barber, I wouldn't do this.
Oh, really? She helps you out.
I got an inside person.
Okay, I get it now. Now, with Wynwood Brewing, I see your guys' beer you guys are pretty much everywhere, right? I mean, I see in the Whole Foods and the Total Wines and all
Target,
that kind of stuff.
Publix, Winn-Dixie, everything.
All over the place. Okay, yeah, the Blonde Ale is absolutely fantastic, and that's a very good, easy drinking beer. Now, I know you guys have an IPA too, correct?
We do. We actually have a brand new one that I have, I think, down the hall, but I have something close to that.
Okay. Tell me what you got here, Dave.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we have Lock On.
Okay.
That's the next beer that I poured for you guys. Lock On is a hoppy lager.
Oh, it smells fantastic.
It's a cool combination. Think of an IPA and a lager kind of mixing that you have not the bite of the IPA, but you have all the flavor and aromatics. We use all Citra hops, and as you can imagine, it's citrus.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's 5.2, so it's a sessionable crusher. Yeah,
that is. What is the name of this one right here?
Lock On.
Lock On.
Yeah, man.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, the name comes from an art form developed in New York that artists would just lock sculptures and fixtures to stop signs, to bike racks, or even just put padlocks and bike locks in the middle of a bridge over a waterway. So we're incorporating, elements of Miami, of Wynwood in our beers. So
that's cool. That's good. Oh, that's a fantastic.
Very refreshing.
Wow. I never even thought about because that's the one thing that I learned about, there's certain beers that you can mix together. And I guess I never really thought about putting an IPA and a lager together.
Just a hoppy lager, It's fun, and that's the beauty of working at a brewery.
Yeah.
If it doesn't exist, just make it and see what happens,
Gosh.
See, I wish the wine community was that cool. You can't ever marry anything together with the wine community. They'll kick you out of the event.
Really?
Yeah. There's a lot of there's a lot of restrictions when it comes to spirits and wine as far as to name something after a region or an area. With beer, you just say it's for example, Father Francisco's a Belgian ale. We call it a Belgian style, because it's not made in Belgium or whatever. But like you said, we can make whatever we want and name it whatever we want, and just free reign.
No beer police going to come down on you.
No.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It's not a bad thing.
Oh, this is I love this. Lock On. Okay. And this is available. You can get this everywhere, or is Lock On right
yes
now?
And no. This is draft only. It just came out in January. It's already our second fastest selling core beer, so it's doing great things.
I can see why.
It's just
very good.
For people that want an IPA but don't want the bite, kind of an entry level, this is great. For people that want a session hoppy beer, this is great. So it kind of touches on all points. We are looking to can it down the road, but for right now, we're just building it up on draft.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I got to tell you, that's one of the things, because I'm primarily, I love IPAs, and I think that's one of the things that, like Founders has an all-day IPA.
Love it.
Yeah, and I think they're starting to discover that because that is the one downfall of being an IPA drinker is, man, they are. And, you know, you're hanging out with your buddies and you're drinking your favorite beer, and next thing you know, you're the fool of the group. And
you don't. Yeah, most IPAs, you know, they're sitting around 7-8%. So you get a couple and you're already done. While everybody's still going. So that's why the session comes into play. You can drink more of it because you're not getting destroyed at a faster rate.
Denny's wife Jen brought me back that I think it was an 11-point something beer, and it was shaped like that Crowler. I drank the whole thing.
Good God.
Holy shit! I was smashed. I was like, woo! Let's do this shit.
Oh yeah, no.
That's awesome.
Yeah, a Crowler of an 11, that definitely,
Get the party started.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of 11, I got a 9er if you guys want some of that.
Oh, that cat. Yeah, I'm definitely going to try it. Yeah. I'm not going to say no to beer, but
cat.
Yeah.
You know what I like.
Yeah. He loves the high alcohol stuff.
Yeah, what I got here is Father Francisco. It's a Belgian golden style ale. 9.3%, and it drinks pretty light.
Oh, it does drink light.
No,
that
boy.
is dangerous. I like that. What's that called again?
It's Father Francisco, and it's named after the first missionary priest in Miami. So we have some beers that tie back to the history, like Rickenbacker, Pilsner, Tuttle South, different influential people that helped shape Miami. So
that's cool.
First priest, you know.
I love that.
Will that be available at Beer Fest?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
yeah. This is a crowd pleaser, and I feel like everybody, because this beer drinks pretty light for being at 9.3%, everybody's got a father story. Like, everybody's man, this one time I did something really crazy was because I had, like, 2 or 3 Father Franciscos. So, I'd like to see what your guys' story is after Beer Fest.
I had a couple of these. I got fired. Woo!
Yeah. Awesome. Let's do it again.
It involves a police car.
Yeah.
Oh, this is very smooth as well.
Alarmingly smooth.
It's those beers that sneak up on you, you know. It's it's a fun thing.
Now, your guys' tap room is right there in Wynwood.
Correct.
And what is the exact address? If people want to come check you guys out.
Yeah, for sure. It's 565 Northwest 24th Street. I would say the best way is to jump on the Bright Line. It's the coolest thing. It's a clean, transportation mode in the sense that it's not like the free public transportation that's full of like bums like pissing their pants.
Yeah, right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I am that bum.
Yeah. Okay. So you're gonna avoid Virginia by taking the Bright Line. It's like $20 each way, but we're right by the station. So jump on a train.
That's fantastic. Yeah. Are you really? Oh, that's amazing.
So let's connect Palm Beach and Dade County.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think that's really it. I had that strategy yesterday, and just to let people know, it was booked because yesterday I had a free day, and I'm like, okay, and that's my thing. I love going out and checking out the new breweries, and I couldn't get. It was booked. It was sold out.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you got to plan ahead.
Yeah, so plan. In fact, I'm doing that. I got a buddy that knows in Fort Lauderdale. I'm going to hop on the Bright Line, going to hook up with him. We're going to head down. And since you guys are right there,
why not?
There's a couple great breweries down there in Wynwood.
Oh, you can't go wrong.
List. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's fun, too, because, I've been to places like Asheville, North Carolina, Portland, Oregon, Seattle.
Went there in November. It's fantastic.
There's just so many breweries that you almost elevate the level of quality, and the creative brewers are going out there collaborating. So now that Miami's building all these breweries, it's about time,
Yeah.
Much overdue.
And what you're talking about, too, I'm really hoping the Bright Line does open that up. So, if somebody's listening to us right now in Miami, it's a whole thing. In fact, we ought to put together like a little list that you could see like right by the Bright Line stations and how to get off the train and how to get there quickly.
Jump on a brewery.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah. It's good stuff. I always appreciate somebody brings me beer.
Yes, thank you very much.
You tend to make a lot of friends when you're in my line of work.
Yeah, I bet.
Beer and beard. I mean, you just won the room.
No, you did.
Yeah. So when you're out at Beer Fest, make sure you check out for Wynwood Brewing. Check them out with Kona as well. And Kona is, when I first started getting into craft beer, like Kona was like one of my favorites. They do some really good stuff.
They sell you on the lifestyle, you could be anywhere in the country, in the middle of nowhere, USA, and you get a nice tasting Kona beer.
Yeah.
I mean, you're transported,
Yeah.
So they're our sister brewery through Craft Brew Alliance, and they've actually, the reason why I'm here now is because of them. And I know it sounds like cliche, but they're helping us produce beer to expand, out of Miami to Broward to Palm Beach.
Yep.
Treasure Coast, Central Florida, you name it. So
that's very cool.
We got some cool friends,
All right, well, look for the sign Wynwood Brewing when you go to a Beer Fest. Look for the beard And it's right there. You can't miss it. So make sure you come out. You get your tickets right now. Palm Beach Summer Beer Fest.com. It is July 21st. Going to be at South Florida Fairgrounds Expo Center. And you can actually go and register to win some Beer Fest tickets, VIP credentials, and all kinds of stuff, including a trip to the Bahamas, courtesy of the Islands of Bahamas Tourism and FRS. You can go to our website, WRMF.com, for that, Dave. Appreciate it. And Lindsay as well.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, appreciate
Thank
you
you.
guys.
We need cups to drink beer.
Yeah.